Hi guys, my name is Trevor ILESLEY, teaching that there is another way through life, and it's called beamism. Beamism is a new way of understanding that you are so much more than what you have been told. I bring to the planet a new idea of who we are. How did it happen? Through experiences. I thought I was just a normal type of guy that did normal things in life. In this awakening though, there are going to be parts of you that are going to transform into somebody that you don't know who you're going to become. So today, I want to talk about the importance of a healer. What is a healer? Do we need a healer? So let's run through a little scenario about what healing is all about and why it's so important at this moment. We've been told that we cannot heal, that you need somebody to heal you. Now, as you know, emotional pain is one of the things that we need to heal. A mental mind of confusion is something else that we need to also heal. This is one of the things in the body-mind energy prescriptions. Prescription is a remedy. It's a new idea that can cure you. How do I know? I cured myself from many things. Cured my own eyesight. Cured my own deafness. And technically raised myself up from my own deathbed, which meant I knew nothing about life. I had no understanding of what life meant, and I was completely missing the story altogether. Let's say you're in a relationship. It's a beautiful relationship. Everything is going really, really well. 3 years down the line, all of a sudden, that person tells you that they don't love you anymore. How do you feel? How does it make you feel? Well, of course, you go into anger, confusion. Your heart gets broken. Your future dreams of being with that person is gone out the window. So what happens is that you can't think properly, you lose your energy, your stomach is in knots. So you go to the doctors, and you go to the doctor, and he says, "What's the matter?" And you say, "I'm depressed." He says, "Well, don't worry, we've got a tablet for that." And he says, "Are you suffering from anxiety?" And you say, "Yeah, I'm suffering from anxiety." "Don't worry, we've got a tablet for that." "Are you sleeping at night?" "No, I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping at night." "Don't worry, we've got a tablet for that." So he will prescribe you some tablets to be able to help you to sleep and to help you with your depression and your anxiety. And of course you go home, in your drama, you're worried about this relationship, you're absolutely heartbroken, it's ripped you apart. Now, think about it. Is the tablets really going to work? Is it going to really solve your relationship problem? And of course, the answer to that is a resounding no. This is how you should have gone to the doctors. You go into the doctors and the doctor says, "What's wrong?" And you turn around and say, "My heart has been broken and I broke up with my relationship after 3 years." The doctor cannot prescribe you anything for that. So that's why he has to have the symptoms. Are you depressed? Are you full of anxiety? Are you sleeping at night? Do you function in the world? And of course the answer to that is no. So what's the importance of a healer? A healer is somebody that is going to give you a different interpretation of what your story means. In the material world, of course, yes, you've broken up with a relationship and you've done this many times before, but as you get older, I think they become worse because you look at it and think, what is wrong with me? Why do these relationships seem to keep going the same way? I know that happened to me, and when I got my heart broken, my God, I had never experienced such emotional pain in all my life. I didn't know what it felt like to have a broken heart. And it really is, isn't it? A broken heart. How do you mend that? How do you understand that? Does a tablet cure that? I don't think so. So a healer knows the story. He knows the journey. And a healer gives you another way of seeing that story, because there will be a repetitive pattern. Look at your reactions, and I love the word react. In that relationship breakup, look at the way you're reacting. But look at the word again, reacting, which means it's a reenactment, which means you've done this before. You're reenacting something time and over again. So how do we break that pattern? Healers help you to break the pattern. Why are you with this person? How come he turned up into your life or her life? There is an amazing story there that is going on, because everyone is looking for something. Everyone is needing a relationship in one way or another. But you have to realize this. It's all to do with healing, and every relationship, for good or for bad, is teaching you the way to go, which means, are you trying to understand what love is? The true relationship, I think, in any form of relationship is naturalness. If the energy of a relationship is natural, that's what we call love. That is a great relationship. But of course, when it starts to get a bit unnatural, then that's when the problems seem to go wrong. So there's always another way. Healing the mind, healing your emotions by understanding the journey. This being brought to you an important message, an important gift, and so did you to them. On a divine level, it was all meant to be. And this is one of the things that I discovered, that when we look at it from a divine aspect, we can go in and see, okay, why did you attract that certain person into your life? Does it resemble anything to do with your father? So how many of you feel like that your relationship to your father is showing up in your relationships? Don't you find that to be a little bit strange, a little bit weird? Because you're needing something. And because you couldn't heal something with your father, let's say your father didn't love you as much as he loved the others. So you'll always be looking for that acceptance. And in your relationship, you'll also want that acceptance. But then you'll find your relationship is treating you exactly the same as your father did. So it doesn't work. You feel a tremendous amount of pain because you're looking for the need of love. But when you work it out and put them two things together, there's a ha-ha moment that says, oh my God, I'm choosing relationships because there's something that was needed to be healed with my father. And so therefore, that's what a healer does. Because a healer has gone through such a tremendous drama in his own life or her life, she comes to the point, or he comes to the point, where we've worked it out. We understand the gift of healing the mind to be able to heal the emotions and discover something completely unique and something that is absolutely fantastic. We cannot keep going through relationships thinking and feeling that they are complete failures. There is no failure. Healing is how to interpret the way that you feel and the way that you've been reacting. So I suggest go to the doctors this time and talk about that you've had your heart broken. And as I said, there is no cure for that. So a spiritual healer, or in my case, a body-mind energy healer, because you have a body, you have a mind, and of course it produces energy. So when you're in love, your body and your mind is absolutely fantastic. It works with you. It loves you. What does that produce? It produces a wonderful feeling of energy. When it goes wrong, what's the first thing that has disappeared? It's energy. You've lost energy. And therefore, your mind kicks in, blames you, blames them. Then your emotions kick in. And next minute, you're having a big argument between your mind and your emotions. So what's going to happen to your energy? You won't be able to get up in the morning. It will knock you for 6. Find a good healer. Find somebody that knows the journey. For me, mine is called beamism, because when I realized that I was in a lot of pain, I knew there wasn't somebody out there that was really going to help me out. And I definitely knew it wasn't going to be the doctor. I knew there had to be something, a different way of working it out. And now, when I look back at my journey, because I understand the divine plan of the soul, I can see that everyone was important. And I say it like this: if it wasn't for the importance of relationships, I would have never have discovered beamism. So what is love? Love is when you understand that everyone in your life has been really important. And most importantly, what is real love? It's when you understand that you have been the most important thing in their lives as well. Now, if you are still in pain from an old relationship, that means you're still in the past. A true healer brings you into the now, gets you to understand, why are you carrying that pain? How can we heal that pain? How can we forgive that person for giving you this pain? But really and honestly, you must start to forgive yourself, because if you don't, you will carry that to the end of your days, and you will always feel like that you had failed, or the one true love that you had in your life basically got away. So you have to see how you are reacting in any given point, in any given situation. And that's why you always hear me say, balance my ego, balance my emotions, become mindfully empty. Just 3 words, 1 little sentence. They are so powerful, but you've got to get to understand them. You've got to experience what does balancing my emotions actually means. And what is the opposite? Well, the opposite is battling my emotions, because that's what a bad relationship is all about. You're battling emotions. So what's the opposite? What is the cure? It's not a tablet. The remedy is in balancing my emotions. So when people come through and we talk, we get to understand the story. Everyone's looking for a feeling. Mostly people are in pain. So if we can understand the pain, then we can find the cure. Hopefully you will understand that all relationships are important. But most importantly, you must remember this: you are the most important being on this planet. And the moment you can see that, then you will understand the meaning behind happiness, spiritual, the soul's journey, and love. My name is Trevor ILESLEY. I'll see you on the other side.